My girlfriend of 2 years cheated on me with a man, but the last thing she told me completely destroyed me. I don't even know why I'm sharing this. I think I just need to release it because it's constantly replaying in my mind. I'm a masculine lesbian, and my ex-girlfriend is bisexual. We were together for a little over 2 years. I genuinely believed she was my forever. We constantly talked about taking the next steps, moving in together, getting married one day, choosing where we'd live, everything. What cuts the deepest is knowing that being with her came at a massive cost for me. My family never accepted my sexuality. There were endless fights. Relatives completely cut contact with me, and I had to endure constant remarks about how I'd eventually just settle down with a man. But I defended our relationship every single time. I fought with the people who raised me because I believed in what we had. Meanwhile, her family was incredibly welcoming. They embraced me from day one and treated me like one of their own. Honestly, I felt more loved and accepted in her home than in my own house. Now, I just feel completely embarrassed. A few weeks ago, she started pulling away. Her replies took hours. She avoided my calls, stopped wanting to see me, and was always too busy. Then last Friday, she went completely ghost. Around midnight, I called her, just wanting to make sure she was safe. But a man answered her phone. He asked who I was, and I told him I was her girlfriend. There was a pause, and he said, "Her girlfriend? Oh, that's awkward." My stomach completely twisted. I asked who he was, and he replied that he was just hanging out with his girlfriend. When I demanded to speak to her, he literally chuckled and said, "Wait, you're actually serious? You're her girlfriend?" I told him yes. He laughed again and just said, "Wow, she's in the shower right now." The following day, I confronted her. She confessed to seeing him and admitted she missed being with men. When I asked why she chose to betray me instead of just ending things cleanly, she initially apologized. For a second, I thought she actually felt guilty. But then she looked at me and said, "I'm sorry, but you could never satisfy me the way a man can." I honestly wish she had just yelled at me instead. After that, she started comparing me to him. She went on about how he was taller, physically stronger, more handsome, and how she always knew she'd end up with a man in the end. But the sentence that completely destroyed me was when she looked at me and said, "Your family was right." I asked her what she meant by that. She just shrugged and said, "Come on, did you seriously think I was actually going to marry you?" The way she uttered those words wasn't even malicious or angry. She looked confused. It was as if she genuinely couldn't comprehend how I had believed all the promises she had fed me for 2 whole years. Ever since that day, I can't stop looping the entire conversation in my head. I keep questioning if any of her love was ever real. Did she spend our entire relationship knowing she would eventually discard me for a man? I feel completely inferior.